Well, this is exciting to come home to. They started on my new shelter shop today. Looks like they got all the posts up. Got some steel beams. So they've got to run one steel beam across here and then one all the way down that side right there to span the roof coming down off the new L shape, because I want all those posts gone. So they got to put a beam in up there to carry the weight of the roof coming down. I don't know how it's going to tie in, but they'll figure it out. The shelter's open now with all the metal off the side. Move some of that matting over there so it doesn't get wet. But no, looks like they got a lot done today. Imagine tomorrow they'll get all the purlins up and get everything ready for trusses. They'll have this thing, I don't know how the weather's gonna play an effect or when they got trusses scheduled, but about 3 days they'll have this thing completely framed up, metal on it. The next they'll have the roof on and all the sides. About probably 5 days they'll have this pole barn up, and then it'll take time to build the shop area and all that, but good progress. So check this out. Here we are, day 2 on the new shelter shop build. They came and finished putting the boards up there. Got all the purlins on the side and the back. Ran the beams today all the way across. It's 3 separate beams, one short one, one long one, and then one 40-foot one over here to carry all the weight of the trusses. There's 4 guys working today. They got a lot done. And then this right here, these 6 squares will be framed off, and that'll be the corner workshop right here. I moved all this crap right here. They'll take all these posts out, and this will get moved over here for a new wall, and then I'll end up cleaning all that out and pouring concrete all the way across, so that'll be one giant open area right there as well. I want all those posts gone and just keep it opened. This is looking good. I like the height. Looks like I'm going to be about, well, to the truss is about 3 feet higher than the other building. I like it. He ordered the metal today, so it won't take them long to, I said about 5 days. It looks like about 4 days they'll be ready to have everything covered in metal. Shoot, after tomorrow, day 4, that's pretty impressive on a 40 by 96. They got it down pat though. All right, we'll check it out tomorrow, and they should get the rest of the trusses on and the purlins up. Day 3 on the new shelter. Got all the trusses on, all the purlins on, and for the most part they got it tied into the roof of the existing shop here. And they left a little bit early today, so we're getting there. I think the metal will be here Tuesday. Today's Friday. They were only able to work on it 3 days this week due to weather. They said they'll probably be back Tuesday, and they may start framing up the shop right here and finish getting that ready for metal. And then I don't know if he'll probably do the roof first or the sides or what, but they'll have this covered in about 2 more days. I'm excited. Coming along. Making more progress. Everybody just left, so this is day number 5 of the workshop build. I've been gone the last 2 days, so I haven't been able to get down here, but came down here and checked everything out. They were not supposed to come yesterday, but they got rained out on the other job, so they came and framed out the workshop. So got the windows put in. I decided to go ahead and go with the biggest door I could put in. So I've got a 16 by 14 foot roll-up door. That should be no problem being able to drive stuff in there. Got a nice little side door to go in that way. 4 windows, 2 on this side, 2 in there. Just try to get some light in here. Got everything framed up, all the purlins on, ready for metal. So this is actually going to be, it's going to be pretty nice. This is right at 1,200 square feet of shop space. And it's going to be very easy. I was sitting there talking with Robert and the builders. If we run out of room in here, if we ever wanted to frame up another room right here, or, you know, put a couple doors in or some smaller doors and frame that up and have like a tool room or filters, just to kind of open this space up as much as possible, that is doable. I was almost thinking about it for them just to move that whole wall over before they framed it up, obviously, but he had already ordered the metal and everything, so I was like, let's just keep it like it is, and ever need to outgrow it or make it bigger, we can always enclose the whole thing, or I don't know. Always something. But no, this is going to work out really well. And they don't waste anything. The purlins they took off this went right on this one right here. Reuse, don't waste. Out of this whole project, that's all the waste they have right there. They do a really good job on not wasting a lot of materials. That keeps the cost down. So we'll get this done. That'll give me time to get a bunch of shelves put in here, get all this mess cleaned up. We're going to take concrete and run it all the way to that wall over there, and do this one over here as well. We should have a nice area to park and work on stuff then. Metal didn't come today. Metal was supposed to come today, but hopefully tomorrow. That way they can go ahead and get the roof on here and keep my stuff dry here. We'll see. Day 6 on the workshop. Looks like we got a lot of metal put up there and all the framing is completed. Yeah, tomorrow they'll get all the side metal on and the rest of the roof. Looks like they finished framing all that out. Got the metal back on the existing barn. And that sun's bright. Got majority of the roof on this. Looking like a barn now. I like it. Came down here yesterday and started laying out for the electrician on where all the outlets go, where we'll do all the lights and all that. That'll be good. They come back tomorrow, they'll finish the roof up, probably get majority of the sides on. That'll pretty much dry it in for the rain that's coming this weekend. Well, it's still muddy down here. I've got about 2 hours this afternoon of free time, so let's get the old 220 going. It needs to be ran anyways. I just put a new replacement battery in here. Starts right up. That's always a good sign. Let's go over here and let me show you what I'm going to do. So the plan for this afternoon is to not get all in the mud here. I'm going to jump across my little ditch right there and try to come down that pile of dirt right there, grab all those small trees and a few of those bigger pines, just get them laid down, and that section of the dam open. I need to be careful over there. I don't know how deep that is right there. Remember last time where that indentation is where the machine tried to slide into the pond. So it's about 13, 14, 15 foot deep. Well, it was before it all slid in. So it's still probably a good 12 feet out there. So we'll just have to see what that edge over there looks like. Let's knock some trees down. Stuff does seem to be drying out, so it may burn pretty good whenever it rains again. Might try to set it on fire. These trees. Good thing is there's a lot more dirt over here than I thought, so I've got a wider pile to sit on, not so close to that edge that I was so leery about. So I've made it over here to some of the bigger pine trees. I've already kind of dug around that one. Let's see if it pushes over without breaking. It doesn't appear that it wants to. Maybe. Nope. Break. Let the pond to go. That dirt is packed. Which I say packed, it's not packed because it was literally dumped out, but it is solid material. Plus I couldn't really dig around it like I needed to. Don't want to let go. Spent 10 minutes digging the stump up. I see why it broke off now. Give up. What that noise was. Sure, that's like hydraulic oil. Spraying, but I don't see anything wet. Might have overdone it with my prying there. Not to scratch up that pine tree, as I'm probably going to save that row right there to act as a good buffer. I don't know, we'll just have to see what it looks like once I get this cleared out. stack them up over here for right now against these other trees. Break again too. That's crazy how hard these stumps are to get out of this dirt. And this is literally a dirt pile. Glad it's all over with. We're not doing a good job salvaging logs. I could have got violent real quickly. Started skating on the bucket down and toward the cab. Alright, well, you're not going to sit here and want to watch me fight this for the next 5 minutes. Well, we'll say that's a close call. If I can get that out of there. Well, it's hard to get a whole lot done with only 2 hours of free time. But I was able to make it all the way around now. So, another small victory. This ground is just holds the trees so bad. It's pretty ridiculous how hard it is to get these trees out. But anyways, I got that cleaned up right there. I haven't decided if I want to. I'm going to stop at that level. I'm going to leave all those trees to block my neighbors' houses. But I haven't decided, because I'm going to cut it down to that grade, which is going to leave a hump right here. Those are some pretty tall big pine trees, so I don't know. I might just leave that. Maybe grab that one right there, just slope it down, and then just kind of leave that as a berm right there. It's not really hurting anything. But I can use all this. This is some pretty good clay. It's kind of a tannish brown, more brown bluish, I guess. But that should at least build the pond dam a third of the way around, I would think. Maybe halfway. So I can use up all this dirt, and then that's probably some pretty nasty stuff. I'm not sure how much deeper I'm gonna dig that down. By the time that's probably 2 feet lower than the pond. The pond's gonna come up 3 or 4 feet. Maybe skim another foot or two out of it to get 7 or 8 feet, but I don't really see a need of digging that down 6 or 8 more feet. I'm gonna have plenty of depth out here, and that's just gonna give me a whole lot more nasty dirt to get rid of somewhere. We'll save that for another day.